In the previous class, we have discussed on the possible things why are we learning introduction about the coordinate geometry. With the basic terminologies we haven't gone through yet, but with the layman terminologies I tried to explain you how coordinate geometry works with the positioning of any object or anything. So now we will go to the terminology. Terminology we use in coordinate geometry. So basically, when we are considering the reference line, if you can recollect from the previous class, the reference lines in any particular plane, we have discussed that we will take two reference lines. Our minimum are necessary to locate any do the positioning, right? So those two reference lines we call them axes, right? So one axis will be horizontal and one reference line will be vertical. The horizontal and vertical reference lines are called as axes, both together. Axis is the plural form of axis, right? And here the horizontal axis is named as x-axis and the vertical axis is named as y-axis, right? So now with respect to the x and y axis, we will be locating any point or object, right? So what do we do here? In what terms are we going to locate the object? Is nothing but the distance, right? So the distance from x-axis and the distance from y-axis together will give the location of that particular point. Now this is how a graph sheet looks like, as you might have you have already been doing this already, but still. So as I said, the vertical axis, the vertical reference line is the y-axis. Here I am not calling this as a ray or a line segment. It is line because on a number system, if you see on a number line, in number system on a number line, we do have both negative and positive things, right? Positive numbers. Why do we need negative numbers? Do they really exist? They do exist, but in the sense of the nature of that particular data. That is what we learned when we were learning integers, right? So now here the point of intersection of the x-axis and y-axis is called origin. This is very important because when locating a particular or a point or an object, we also take the reference from the distance from the origin and all, right, in certain calculations. So here this is nothing but the x-axis and the vertical thing is y-axis. Vertical axis is nothing but the y-axis. Now how do we determine the distance from the x-axis and y-axis? Okay, that depends on the scale or the data first. We will try to analyze the data, okay, and then what do we do is, depending on the availability of the graph or else the plane, we are a concise plane, we will determine the scale. Okay, the very important thing in here is scale. Scale is nothing but this parameters, whatever the distance from the x-axis or the distance from the y-axis. Here it is not that only distance we are talking about. We can represent any data in terms of these graphs. Okay, here we are trying to talk about the Cartesian plane with the to position, right? To do the positioning. So what do we do is, we will consider the entire range of the data, okay, in terms of distance, and then we will divide that into what do we call that, possible amounts of intervals, right? So for here in this graph sheet, each partition is considered as 1 centimeter. It is a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter scale. Okay. So here 1 centimeter is equal to these many units. That is how we take the scale, and the scale need not be the same for x-axis and y-axis. They may be different. On x-axis and y-axis, it is not mandatory that we will be representing the same type of quantities or data, right? So here the scale may be different. They may vary for the x-axis and y-axis, and we will consider the corresponding values depending on the scale on both the axis, and then do the positioning of each point, right? So now the next thing is, so suppose for this scale, before going to the next point, we will try to understand your origin is represented as O, and I will talk about, we will take an example for the scale, right? So here you all know the formula for distance and time, distance and speed, right? So what is the formula? Formula is distance is equal to speed into time, right? So suppose I keep the distance constant and try to plot speed and time. I want to see how the increase or decrease in speed varies time. Okay, so let us take speed on x-axis, or speed on x-axis, and time on y-axis. Okay, I am keeping the distance is 200 kilometers. Okay, so suppose if I take speed as 10, speed in the units, you are also to specify the units of this particular measure. So here speed on x-axis I am taking it as 10. So according to this formula, time will be, let us take time in hours. So time will be 20 hours, right? And when it goes on, if this is 20, this will be 10, and suppose this is, okay, let me take it, okay, 40, then it will be 5 hours, and if it is 50, it goes for 4 hours, and it is 100, it goes for 2 hours. Now I have a set of data which gives me the two values on the particular x-axis and y-axis respectively. Now I will try to see how to divide the scale, how to write the scale such that, because if I go for 100, is my graph or is my paper on in front of me have this 100 partitions? Maybe not. Okay, so what do? We try to make this visible. The quantity will be the same, but the scale will be different. So here on x-axis I have the data till 10. The highest data is 100, and the lowest data, the lowest entity is 10. So what do? I will try to make a scale which is reasonable for me. So I am try to take each thing is 10 units. Okay, so what do I say? How do I write it is, on x-axis 1 centimeter, as I told you, the axis, the entire graph sheet is divided into 10 square, 1 by 1 square centimeters. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. So if I go with 1 centimeter here, this is equal, on the x-axis it is equal to 10 units. On the y-axis I have 2 to 10. So on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to let me take 2 units, which it can be, because the minimum value is 2 and the maximum value is 20. Now that we you might have understood how to write the scale, in the next video we will be doing the plotting of this, okay, along with your what do we call this, other terminologies.